Unfortunately, our pole position men will not be making the start of this race. So that means that we've got one outfit on row number one. That's the 52 of Jim Noble and Abby Cager. So we do have 10 outfits at the start of this race. So green flag at the back, red lights are on, lights are out, and we are away racing. A good start there from the front row, but as they click it in the second gear, looks like potential missed gear there for Jim Noble and Abby Cager, because just like that, the 666 machine of James Hanks and Jonathan Kirk do take the race lead. Gary Fairhurst and Billy Andrews are now out of pit lane. They are rejoining the race, albeit quite some way behind in the last position at the moment, but they have 6 laps to try and make up as much ground as possible.
Hanks and Kirk then lead the way as they come past me. Kirk very tightly tucked in. Obviously everybody playing the slipstream battle all the way down the circuit. And here comes that pole position outfit as they haven't lost too much time, but obviously given themselves a big old handicap, have Fairhurst and Andrews. Well, let's see what they can do in the way of catch-up. That'll give us something interesting to talk about over the progression of these 6 laps. So effectively they've got their own handicap race. Looks like there's that bit of dust there. Is that coming? I think that might just be coming from a vehicle leaving the circuit actually, rather than an outfit up there, because I don't think there's too much dusty places. 666 leads down the hill then. Everybody's taking a conventional line which puts them straight over the oil. They get to spread that out a little bit, which is all good news. And already our pole position outfit is now past the first, or the only of the Bears outfits, and is now lining up the first of the Effort 2 outfits as well, which I think they'll probably sneak their way past on the way into the chicane, on the way out of Mansfield actually. So that's 2 places that the outfit of Fairhurst and Andrews have made up so far. So they've got another 8 outfits to find their way past if they want to claim another gold medal, haven't they, Bradley?
Yeah, absolutely, and it's quite a depleted field then, so I suppose it's good news for Gary Fairhurst and Billy Andrews then, in their hopes of trying to go further up the field. But as they look up towards Barn then, I can see that the pit board is getting readied now by, that is Andy Haynes, who's got the pit board there for James Hanks and Jonathan Kirk, and they lead the way overall and in class. Jim Noble and Abby Cager up next, ahead of the number 11 of Kieran McVeigh and Brian Rooney. Next up, 32 of Night and Night. Then is McMahon and Andrews looking for the number 9 of, there it is, that's Fairhurst and Andrews across the line now. And they are in 8th position overall, ahead of Hall and O'Neill. And then we have the 167 of Wes Petman and the 91, the only Bears outfit, for Sam Downs and Graham Lacey. So we do have 11 outfits out there on circuit, out of a possible 22 that did set times earlier on today. So a little bit of a depleted field there by a half, but it is Hanks and Kirk who lead the way by 1.1 seconds.
Yep, just ahead of Kieran McVeigh and Brian Rooney. Also in the mix is Jim Noble, Abby Cager as well, as the leaders are now making their way around Chris Curve, Clark's different circuit, Keith, now into the gooseneck. And are we going to see a challenge here? Because I think that might be Cager in second, I think. Is it there, mate?
Yep, Jim Noble
and Cager in second. Yep, yeah, that's right. They're about 4 lengths or so behind at this stage as we watch our pole position team of Fairhurst and Andrews make up another place into Mansfield there. I think they're going to claim another one maybe on the way out of the chicane. Let's see if they've got the herbs to pull alongside and go for a bit of a dive. Maybe not quite this time. Obviously, when you've only got 6 laps to make up these places, it's not a lot of time, especially around the Cadwell Park circuit. These outfits get awfully wide when you're trying to overtake somebody with one of them.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. It's into towards the woodland section. They go through the right and the left, over the top, then braking for the right-hander of the hairpin. Short straight that leads you into Barn, out of Barn, and that is where we find our race leaders of the 666, the luminous yellow with the pink flashes for the 666 of James Hanks and Jonathan Kirk. The gap was 1.1. It is still 1.1. It's only opened up by half a tenth of a second or so. Just goes to show how consistent Hanks and Kirk, Noble and Cager are to one another. The gap 1.1 seconds at the end of lap number 2. McVeigh and Rooney up next. Knight in 4th position. Then it's McMahon, Fairhurst, Bannister and Saville. That is your top 8. But on that lap 9 of Gary Fairhurst and Billy Andrews.
They'll be looking to make up a few more places as well as they come past here. They've made up another one. They go past the number 32 outfit there as they come past me, basically in a straight, get the power down fight coming out of Charlie's here, 32. Where were they running, mate?
32 were in 4th position.
That's night. So I think that 4th place has now become the property of Fairhurst and Andrews there on that Kawasaki. You think the ZX9 will be pumping out a few herbs there, so it's all good for them. They're going to keep watching their progress as they make their way through the field. They made another place up there, not quite. I think they're setting off in the pursuit of that 3rd place. Now they're still a little bit way back to go, but this is definitely becomes an interesting handicap race. Certainly behind them, that's a good 4-way scrap for the very minor placings. But you've got to beat whoever's around you at the end of the day. But those 4 bikes making their way to the bottom of the mountain, certainly having a very entertaining battle between themselves, aren't they?
Got them here, and you just know that each and every one of those drivers and passengers have got a big old smile under the crash helmet as well. They'll be loving it as they fight for 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th position. And of course they are all, apart from Petman and Leach, in the Formula 2. So that is 4th, 5th and 6th in the Formula 2s as Jim Noble and Abby Cage are coming across the line first of all. And we can see that Andy Haynes with the pit board here. He's waiting for Jonathan Hanks and James Kirk. James Hanks and Jonathan Kirk, sorry, but they're up there at Barn. They're retired. The race leaders have retired out of the race.
Oh, no.
The 666 of Hanks and Kirk out of the race on lap number 3 as Noble and Cajun now inherit a race lead of 2.4 seconds over the 11 of McVeigh and Rooney. But I'm not sure what's happened to Hanks and Kirk, but what we do know is that they are unfortunately out of the race, Keith.
Fairhurst and Andrews tucked in tight, going up the straight there, so they're now in a solid 3rd place. I don't know how much further they'll get. This battle for 7th place continues, though. The 4 outfits really going for it. It is the 32 outfit which just holds off the 71 machine, but there's not very much between the 71 machine looking for the inside pass. That's Sarah Bannister with Tony Porter in the chair, I think, the MRE Suzuki, and I think she's looking to make a move at the top end and wait and get confirmation of that when they come back into our sights, trying to see if that number 9 machine of Fairhurst and Andrews can close the gap down. I think, what have we got left? 2 laps left in the race, is it, mate?
Well, yeah, we've got 3 laps down and 3 to go, 2.5 to go
2 when they get to the line. Okay,
yep.
Almost 3 abreast. These outfits coming around the mountain as they come, and there is no change there. I really thought that Sarah Bannister was going to be able to pull one over there. Oh, a little bit of a challenge behind as well. That doesn't quite come off either. But yeah, this is definitely 4 very determined outfits. A little bit of a gap now between the 2 pairs of them as they look like they're getting ready to step onto the arc. A little bit further back from them, and one of our rookie outfits having a bit of a lonely race, but you've got to start somewhere. Everybody had a rookie bib at one stage of their lives. Even the greats of the world. Maybe it's a long time ago for some of them, and maybe it was a lot of wins ago, but everybody had a rookie bib at one stage.
I'll tell you what's interesting on this one, Keith, is that in the first sector on the previous lap, Gary Fairhurst and Billy Andrews, they are now lapping 5 seconds quicker per lap than the 2 outfits in front of them, and they're only 2.7 seconds off the race lead. The gap between number 11 in 2nd position is 1.5 seconds, so have a look. It will be very, very shortly a 3-way fight for that race lead.
Yeah, absolutely. They're all getting a little bit closer. Certainly Burns and Fairhurst there are very close in. Sorry, Fairhurst and Andrews are very close indeed. I think they're going to go for a move into Park. I'll have to get confirmation of that, but they're definitely lining up the machine in front of them. And hold on one moment, I'll see what I can see around Chris Curve. And yep, no change of the lead. No change to 2nd either, actually. So they are as they were. Oh, hang on a moment. Is that the yellow outfit in front?
We'll
Can't quite tell from this distance, mate.
I'll try and pick them up.
Yeah, that is it. No, sorry, mate. That is indeed Fairhurst and Andrews, who have pulled straight past their rivals, and they're out in the front. So whoever worked the handicap out on that one's done a pretty decent job of it as well, I think.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. That ZX9R Kawasaki powered unit is, pushing them along, and at the moment they are leading the way, as you said, as they go through the right-hander at the bottom of the mountain, driving up the mountain now over the top and heading towards Hall Bends now. But it's Fairhurst and Andrews. Just a lap ago, they were 3 seconds away from the race lead, but now, 1 lap later, they're leading the way. And when they do come across the line this time around, Keith, we'll be starting the final lap. So
of course, they're an F1 outfit, the others are F2s, aren't they?
That is very true,
strictly
yes.
speaking, it's only a class battle, but as we always say, you just want to beat whoever is around you.
Well, they're down from bar now and going up through the gearbox, then across the line. Last lap flag is now out, and we've got a good battle here between Jim Noble, Abby Cager, with the number 11 of Kieran McVeigh and Bryn Rooney. So, not this time around there, so that is one overtaken opportunity gone as they go in towards Coppice. But it is Jim Noble who is leading the Formula 2s at the moment from Kieran McVeigh. But as they go over the top between Charlie's 1 and 2, they'll be with you very shortly. Gary Fairhurst is away with it, but Formula 2s, who knows?
Yeah, absolutely. There's 4 bike lengths between them or so as they come past me there. They've had the hurry-up flag. I have to say the third place outfit there doesn't look as though it's gaining too much at all. So I think McVeigh and Rooney might not have enough herbs to find their way past Noble and Cager, but they're going to do everything they can on this last lap. Watching him again through the top there, no change at all. Certainly Fairhurst and Billy Andrews there, absolute class of the field. Get the Kawasaki down there. So they're a little bit closer here, and we're going to see a challenge. Oh, I tell you what, they nearly given me. I tell you how close it was, mate. The passenger compartment was level with the rider's compartment of the machine in front. They literally had their nose right alongside. I thought they were going to give them the full Freddie Mercury treatment there, but they just avoided. There might be a little bit of black paint on the passenger section of the third place machine there of McVeigh and Rooney.
They're into the bottom of the mountain now, and it is, as you said, Jim Noble and Abby Cager. They still just about hold on to the advantage for that second place overall. First place in the Formula 2s, Gary Fairhurst and Billy Andrews. They're already deep into the woodland section now, but all eyes on that battle for the Formula 2s. Then it's Noble and Cager who 1 lap advantage, but it's going to go down all the way to the flag. Gary Fairhurst and Billy Andrews, they're across the line now. The checkered flag goes out, and it's another victory this weekend, and it is a change for the Formula 2s as the number 11 of Kieran McVeigh and Bryn Rooney, they found a way through on Jim Noble and Abby Cager, and that is your top 3 across the line then, as Abby takes a look over her right shoulder, and there's nothing but clear track. Such was the pace of the overall top 3 then. And Fairhurst and Andrews from pole position to the pits to a race win. That's been a dramatic 6 laps for the number 9 of Gary Fairhurst and Billy Andrews, but nonetheless a win is a win. McVeigh and Rooney second, Noble and Cager third, and across the line now